All right, welcome everyone. Today we're taking a deep dive into something we all deal with, whether we realize it or not, negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
that back and forth, that push and pull. You've sent over some really fascinating stuff on negotiation strategies,
Oh, yeah, some good stuff.
and I'm thinking together we can break this down, figure out how we can all get a little bit more of what we want.
Absolutely. And build better relationships along the way.
Exactly, exactly. Whether you're haggling for, I don't know, a vintage record at a flea market or you're in some like big corporate boardroom, these tactics, they really can make a difference.
It's funny. So many people approach negotiation like it's a battle, like, somebody wins, somebody loses.
Right.
But really, it's more like a dance.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's about finding that rhythm, understanding your partner, and ultimately both sides feeling good about the outcome.
Okay, a dance. I'm
Right.
into it. But where do we even begin with this dance?
Well, the first step, and the excerpts you sent over, they really emphasize this, is about setting the stage. It's called framing the negotiation.
Framing.
Yeah, instead of just diving straight into the numbers, the price, the nitty-gritty,
Huh?
think about the bigger picture. What value are you bringing to the table? What problems are you solving for the other person?
I see.
It's really reframing it from a simple transaction to a more of a collaborative effort.
So instead of saying, "Hey, this antique lamp, it's worth $100," I might say something like, "This lamp, this is a one-of-a-kind piece that would add like a touch of history and elegance to your home."
Yeah, absolutely. You're not just selling a product, you're selling a story and experience. You're selling the feeling. And that can have a massive impact on how the other side perceives the value of what you're offering.
All right, so I've set the stage, framed the negotiation, I'm feeling good. What's the next move? How do we keep this dance going?
Well, now it's about understanding leverage. Who has the upper hand in this particular situation? Now, think about your own life, your own experiences. Have you ever been in a negotiation where you felt like you had all the power?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even something simple like, um, I remember I was trying to get tickets to this sold-out concert.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was desperate, and the seller, oh, they knew it. I paid way more than I wanted to.
Classic example. It all boils down to supply and demand, right? They had something you desperately wanted, so they had the leverage.
Yeah, exactly.
And these excerpts you sent, they really highlight the fact that you can build leverage through preparation. Do your research. The more you know about the other side, their needs, what their constraints might be, the better positioned you are.
Okay, knowledge is power. Got it. But what if you're in a situation where you don't have much leverage? I mean, is it even worth trying to negotiate?
That's where your BTNA comes into play, your best alternative to a negotiated agreement.
Right, CNA.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think of it like your plan B. What other options do you have if this deal falls through? And, having a strong BTNA, it gives you the confidence to walk away from a bad deal.
So if I'm, I don't know, buying a car, and I already have a pretty decent offer from another dealership, that's my Bay DNA. I can use that to my advantage.
Exactly. You got it. It gives you that safety net and it can take a lot of pressure off. But, having a strong BTNA isn't just about walking away. It's about understanding your options, knowing where you stand so you can make those informed decisions.
Gotcha.
And this actually brings us to a really important point that these excerpts touch on. Negotiation, it doesn't have to be this win-lose game.
Hmm. I always kind of see it as a competition, trying to get the most while giving up the least.
Yeah, that's a common misconception. But really, there's a huge potential for creating solutions that benefit both sides.
Really.
Yeah.
So instead of digging in my heels, being stubborn, maybe I should
Yeah.
be more open to, creative solutions that could actually benefit both of us.
Absolutely. It's about shifting your mindset, right? From I have to win to how can we solve this problem together?
Okay, this is kind of blowing my mind a little bit. So we've talked about framing, leverage, BATNA, this whole idea of win-win. What about like specific tactics?
Sure. The excerpts you sent over, they mention a few. One that stands out is called anchoring.
Anchoring.
It's basically throwing out a high initial offer.
Okay, so like setting the bar high right from the get-go.
Exactly. It sets that reference point for the negotiation. It can influence the other person's perception of what's considered reasonable.
I see, but that, I don't know, it sounds kind of manipulative.
It can be, and that's why ethics are so crucial in negotiation. These excerpts, they really drive this point home. These tactics, they should be used strategically, never to deceive or trick the other person.
Okay, so being smart and prepared, not sneaky.
Exactly.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here. What's the big takeaway for our listeners? What should they be walking away with?
Negotiation, it's a skill just like anything else. The more you understand the dynamics, how framing works, how leverage plays a role, the power of having a strong B18A, these specific tactics, the more you understand these things, the better you'll become.
Right. So the key is to approach it with the right mindset.
Yeah.
Not as a battle, but as that collaborative dance.
Exactly.
So here's a challenge for everyone listening. Think about your next negotiation, whether it's big or small. How can you use these insights, these ideas we've talked about, to get a better outcome for everyone involved? And that wraps up our deep dive into the fascinating world of negotiation. Until next time, keep those minds sharp and those negotiation skills even sharper.
Bye, everyone.
So yes,